Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, back with more Green Hell gameplay. We are picking up right where we left off at the end of the last episode, except I slept the night. Our fire is still going. Good. And we're going to get out and do some hunting and gathering today. Let's check our stats here. We need some proteins, we need some carbs, could use some fats, and could use some water. To begin with, why don't we boil up a little bit of water? I think we've still got some dirty water. Yeah, we've got some dirty water in our bidon. Was that even dirty water? That may have been fresh water. That was fresh water. We can drink that right away. And go down and use our bidon to get some more. Also being on the lookout for bananas. Yes, we have some bananas. We have some bananas today. Just going to get a little water. And maybe we'll make some grub soup with this water. Get a little protein. Oh, of course, these are full. We could drink these. These have just been sitting out gathering rainwater. Now we can use the bidon, boil up this water. Once that's boiled, we'll throw in a couple of larvae. As far as I've been able to see, you can only use one ingredient in these soups so far. Maybe down the road you're able to add more stuff. Eat that nut, eat a couple of bananas, and drink our larva soup. Now you see, we get 8 proteins, 10 hydration, and 5 energy, but it lowers our sanity slightly because this is not something that you would normally be wanting to drink. And this is why I wanted a second bidon, because once we boil up this water, we're going to put the clean water in our bidon, but it'd be good to fill it up all the way. If we had a second bidon, we could do that. All right, let's check our stats real quick. Still need protein, but we're going to go out and take care of that right now with some hunting. I'm going to throw a few more sticks on here. We want to keep this fire going as long as possible so that we don't have to start another one. That's the tricky part, is starting them. So once you got one going, you want to keep it going. It will eventually just stop burning. There's nothing you can do about that, but until that happens, let's keep it going. All right, off to do some hunting. Let's go slay some stuff and get some protein. Small stick, full. Regular stick, one more. I've only got 5 regular sticks. I could be picking those up. 6. Well, that was totally unintentional. And I picked up some kind of hitchhiker, some kind of leech or something by doing that. I was going to say that we could get some protein from the fish in the little pond back in there. But let's do something a little more exciting than fishing. Let's go hunt a creature. Oh, I scraped myself falling off that log. Good thing we've got some bandages that we already prepared. I'm going to take the bandage, drop it over our wound. If you do not bandage your wound, it will get infected. You will have a really, really hard time if your wound gets infected. I think we're going to have to swim our way out of here. Back this way. You can go underwater, but there's no real reason to. Well, heck, as long as we're back here at base and we've got our fishing spear, maybe we'll get a little fish protein instead of hunting protein. Let's bring up our fishing... Yes, our fishing spear. And we're just going to wade out into the water and let these fish come to us. It'll scare them away at first, us coming out here into the water, but they'll get used to us after a minute, and we should be able to stab one. Got him. Let's see about getting 2 here. Missing. You a sneaky fish. Go back. If you just stand here quietly, they'll basically come up and swim right between your legs. Like that. All right. Yeah, we don't need a third one. Oh, whoa. No space in the backpack for that second fish? Did he go to waste? Did we just drop him back into the water? Oh, well. Well, let's get this guy cooking anyway. Picked up another leech. All right, so let's take this bowl off of here. Come on. And then harvest up our fish. Oh, and yeah, to demonstrate how quickly they, well, I have two. So watch this. If I put water in there and then put one here next to the fire and then one in the bowl, watch how quickly the one in the bowl cooks compared to the one just sitting here by the fire. So the one in the bowl is done. Fish stew, peeps. Gives us 33 proteins, 10 hydration, and 12 energy. Excellent meal. And this guy, the one that we put right next to the fire, is still cooking. Still cooking. We got to get that hitchhiker off us. Yeah, we got the leech on us. -3 to sanity. But just standing here next to the fire is adding sanity. Just having fire is good for your sanity. As is eating cooked stuff. Alright, that's it. We got all the leeches. And we're good on food. Maybe we go get one more fish. I think it's still early in the day. Yeah, it's not even noon yet. So forget the second fish. We're going to go out and do some real hunting and look for some good plants to harvest. Things that'll be useful to us in the long run. I think there was a stone sitting in the middle of the... Yeah, there is. I don't want to fall off again, but let's try. Okay. All right, now we've got 4 stones. That's plenty of stones. Not gonna be picking up any more stones. All right, let's go see if we can find that armadillo. That's the mouse. I hear the armadillo. We don't even really have to hunt this guy. He's just gonna... Yeah, if he gets scared, he's just gonna curl up into a ball, but that's not gonna protect him from us because we have a knife. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill and harvest him. For a bunch of protein-rich meat. Yeah, armadillo steak, delicious. All right, let's keep going and see what else we can find out here in the world. We should pick up more lianas. Let's switch to our actual spear. That 4-pronged spear isn't going to be as effective if we come across any real creatures we want to... Any non-fish creature... Oh, shoot! All right. I'll tell you what just happened there. Hold on. That is an anthill. And they're biting ants. And we just walked right into it. And I even knew it was there, and I walked right into it. Darn it. So what we got to do now is... Well, this is actually... I think that's the hallucinogenic plant. I don't think we want that. We can put just a regular bandage on ourselves. Oh gosh, that's nasty. But if we had a treated bandage, it would be even more effective. Oh man. I think we may need a treated bandage to do this. Yeah, it's just this, and it's not giving us... It didn't give us the option to put the bandage on, so I think we need one of the treated bandages. We're going to have to be looking for, well, this is tobacco, which isn't what we want, but it is another type of useful medicinal plant. Well, we can try it. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's craft with the leafed bandage. Add the tobacco to it. Oh, okay, that's lily. Good. Lily is actually what we want. So now we can treat our rash. Okay, good. All right, all bandaged up. This stuff will come in handy later, but I don't think we need it right now. Let's just keep exploring. Ooh, snails. Make good eat. Put those in a stew. A little seafood stew. A little escargot. All right, these are capybara. Excellent eating. We could kill one, butcher it, and eat it. Same with these little crabs here. I would rather do if we're going to do anything, let's do it on the way back to base. Oh, even better. A corpse here. We'll take the maggots and maybe we can get a bone off it. I see a bone right there. Yep. All right, good. Now with the bones, what we're going to do is we're going to harvest the bone and make these little bone needles. If we pick up a worm, we can use those bone needles to dig it out of our arm. A bird feather. We can use to make an arrow later. Something out here. Okay. These are like hogs. These are also really good eating. They're not going to go far from this area, so why don't we keep exploring past them, and we will hunt one on the way back. A Banistoporus vine. Not sure what you do with that. I think it's an ingredient in a recipe that we're going to need later to advance the story. So I'm going to hold on to it for now. Alright, we've got an abandoned village up here. Should be abandoned. Just get out of this tall grass. Alright, this is an abandoned native village. Hey. Oh, okay. That's a regular frog and 2 dart frogs. We will take the regular frog as food, but we don't want to touch the poison dart frogs. That's another regular frog. Well, now we... No space in backpack. Now we really don't need to go hunting the pigs and the capybara. We've learned a new recipe. This is a drying rack for food. So this is another way to... In fact, with this already built here, now we don't want to stay here because the natives could come back. But this is not very far from our actual camp. So what we could do maybe is harvest the frogs here. Didn't we pick up we picked up 2 frogs. What happened? But the other one, were we still too full? All right. So now what we want to do is put the meat on here. Yeah, we can even put the armadillo meat on there, and that'll just dry and be good to eat at a certain point. I don't think you have to build a fire under it? No, I don't think so. Alright, so there may be something left here in this camp. There goes one of those lizards. Those are good eating too. Here's a hammock. If we absolutely needed to sleep here, we could. But as I said, it's not terribly secure here. I think there is one thing for us to find here. There it is. A bone knife. Now, we already have a sharpened blade. but that's going to break eventually, so now we have a backup bone knife. And then over here, a ritual pot, a ritual bowl. And I think the way to advance this is to come over here, check out the fire pit. Yes, a burned backpack in the fire pit. And we've learned a recipe. We've learned the recipe for the stone ring, which is a more permanent fireplace, so that's good. And now we have a map.
Or at least what's left of it.
Yeah, it's slightly burned. And then we can read this stuff, blah blah. Basically, it's telling you that about the ritual that goes on over there with that ritual bowl, and it wants you to make and drink the hallucinogenic brew used in the ritual to help you recover your memory. So I guess we're gonna have to do that at some point. And let's look at the map.
Delta 2.
Zoom in.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, Delta 2. So we're here where this overhang is. Our starting base, I think, is back in here. And then there's, I think, is that right? Or no, it's back here, I think. Well, I'm not really sure. What direction are we looking right now? All right, we're facing north, and the river's behind us. Our camp is south of us. Our camp must be back in here. Yeah, I think that's our camp. We want to get over here and check this marshy area out. I think there's something good for us over there. And then I guess we want to check out Delta 2 as well. It sounds like a snake, but it's just that lizard, which is harmless and good eating. Let's just push north a little bit here and see what we see. It's getting a little bit late, though, so we should think about heading back soon. Yeah, this is the way that we want to continue going eventually. But not tonight. It's going to be getting dark. Something here. New location marked on map O-T or Omega T. New entry in the notebook, and this is marked on the map now, so yeah. Okay. Oh, this back here is where our camp is. Hold on. Yeah, it's down here at the very bottom is where our camp is, I think. All right, it's getting dark now. Let's head back. We got plenty of energy. I'm going to jog for a minute. Something there. All right, there's some kind of plant. Not sure what it does, but we will experiment and find out. I don't think I'm hitting the plant. This doesn't seem to want to be chopped. So maybe that's not a plant we can use. Definitely getting a little dark now. Let's hustle. And then we'll come back here tomorrow, check to see if those things we hung on the drying rack are ready to eat. And what happened to that second frog that we had no room to pick up? Yeah, I thought I mean, I know we killed and picked up two. Oh, there, it's the body right there. Okay. Let's harvest him and hang him here too. The game mechanics are sound. I have no complaint about the graphics or the audio or the game mechanics. This is overall a well executed game. I've had a couple of game crashes. Those have come when those are the pig type things. The game crashes have come in between the chapters of the story. So during the tutorial, every time I would start a new chapter, I'd immediately get a crash. But just loading it up and starting the chapter again, um, I didn't get another crash after that. Capybara, we're not going to eat you, don't worry. Maybe tomorrow we'll eat you. How does that sound? Oh, I would love one of these crabs. Very hard to get, though. Oh, all right. That's the first crab I've ever actually caught. Yay me. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's going to be really hard for you to see at dusk with no moon. But I know we're heading in the right direction. I know where we are. Don't worry. Pick up a banana or two on the way. Hi, Mr. Mouse. Oh, okay. So the solitary red flower we saw earlier was just one of those flowers that I already said aren't used for anything. It's just usually you see them in batches like that in groups. And our fire is still burning, and we've got a bunch of wood on us. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it's almost out, but we've still got a bunch of wood. Why don't we go ahead and stoke it back up again? Oops. Okay. All right. Well, that'll definitely keep it going overnight anyway. Oh, and we picked up a leech. But you can see the rash we got earlier from the ants is all gone. And the scrape will be all healed too because we bandaged it up. All right, that's it for the hitchhikers. You can see our scrape is fully healed. And it is 8 o'clock. We could use a little bit of water. I'll bet there's some in the bowls. Yep, because it rained. I didn't actually mean to pick that up. I'm going to drop it again. Come on. And then put the other bowl here. Nope. Hang on. Is there something already on the other fire spot here? Ah. Oh, the meat we put there is burned and inedible. I forgot about the fish that we put down there. I think we can eat it, but I don't think it's going to do anything for us. Oh, it gave us a little bit of proteins, but it lowered our sanity. I'm not so worried about the sanity. Our sanity is solid so far. All right, that's why I couldn't put the second bowl down now. Not before, but now I can. And we've got clean water we can drink one of, and then go down to the water and get some more dirty water. Now, when I say it's a pretty realistic survival simulator, you know, in a survival simulator, I mean, in a real survival situation, you would not be Bear Grylls, you know, jumping over waterfalls and climbing up sheer rock faces and sliding down gravel mountainsides and stuff. You would take the slowest, safest possible route to do all things. And this game encourages that. That's why I'm taking the long way around here. Now you say, now why don't you just jump off this little cliff here and get down to the water? Because that's not this game. This game will punish you for doing something stupid like that. So don't do it. All right, got water. Oh, and what about that? What about the crab? Oh, we could eat it raw like this. It's not giving me the option to harvest, but I'd rather have a little crab soup, wouldn't you? And maybe we can throw a larva in this one, have a little larva soup. Oh, we still have that snail too. We could throw the snail in, have snail soup. I'm trying to get rid of these. These are spoiled mushrooms. We didn't do anything with those and they just went bad. All right, red crab soup. 5 proteins, 10 hydration, 1 energy. And larva soup. 8 proteins, 10 hydration, 5 energy, -2 sanity. But we're right next to the fire, so that is offset. I don't even think we need any more soup, but let's at least get that water boiling as long as the fire's going. No, our liquid is fine, our protein is fine, lipids are fine. We could use a couple more carbohydrates. Those are easy from bananas. And now we're very good to go. We are so far we've stayed really healthy. This is actually, I would say, probably the most successful first couple of days I've had since I got the game. Just to mention again, I got the game a year ago when it was in early access, and we're picking it up again now because it's out of early access. But it's getting toward nighttime. Why don't we go ahead and call it a night? Whoops, I didn't necessarily want to save. Oh, what are you doing? No, I just wanted to go to sleep. Go to sleep. That's what I wanted to do. I think leaving those bowls on the fire, I think that water may actually boil off and it won't be there tomorrow, but we'll see. No, it's still there. All right, we can drink that water. And what else we need for food? We need some more lipids. Those would probably come from fish. Okay on proteins. And yeah, we do have a story to get to here. Eventually, it's going to involve getting out and exploring. But let's just do this in kind of bite-sized chunks for now until we really get the hang of it. We'll head back to the abandoned village, but let's take the long way around today. The sun's not quite up yet. But let's take the long way around and see if we can find more stuff, like a snake to kill and eat right there. Can't see him very well. He's really in the grass, but this should do it. All right. Harvest up a snake. Oh, snake is good eating, man. Rattlesnake, yum. Rattlesnake, delicious. Oh, and good, and we needed some lipids, so we came across a couple of those little pine nuts. Let's eat those right away, so they don't go bad. Alright. So we are looking for colorful flowers like this.
Oh, no.
I broke my stone thing. I know it feels like those stone axes fall apart pretty quickly, but that's just because I just started crafting them. Later on, I'll get better at the crafting and they'll hang together longer. They'll be more durable. All right, that was tobacco. So the pink is tobacco. That is good for snake bites. Got some more mushrooms there. We're not so desperate that we need the mushrooms. These mushrooms too, not so desperate that we need those. Larvae are always good though, man. Free protein, I'll take them. Got to be on the lookout for flashes of color on the ground. That could be dead birds or dead mice, or there's one other dead thing I found out here. I forget now what it was. Also want to be on the lookout for coconuts. I've just used a stone, so let me pick up another stone. there's feather. Prefer to have a full bird. Just looking for anything that's not green. Preferably yellow for more of the Molinaria. Yellow mushrooms. Is that a yellow flower? No, yellow mushrooms. We're getting a little off track from where we intended to go, but we're not doing too much harm yet. This is the lily, I think, which is good for bandages. Where our backpack is full, so we dropped some stuff there. This Panastoporus tobacco. We don't. Do I get rid of the bird feathers? We got a lot of dry leaves. I'm gonna dump one dry leaf and maybe a stone. See if that gives us a little more room to pick stuff up. All right. Well, nope. Well, we can craft with this leaf bandage, so that combine these two, tobacco and the bandage, make a tobacco dressing. Now, we need more Molinaria before we can shoot. That's just going to go to waste there now because I'm never going to find it again. We don't need the bird feathers yet. We don't need the bone needles because we are in a fishing spot and fish bones work the same as the needles. And so let's see if we can pick up this herb now. Okay, finally. And we've picked up a leech. Just didn't mean to jump there. Picked up a leech. He was a big one. Now there's more lilies that we're not going to be able to pick up, I don't think. It's not worth chasing after him. We got plenty of food. We are not hurting for food at this point. And remember, I don't need that stone either. Remember, we are playing with nutritional needs set to low. So if it seems like we're doing well on food, that's why. I set them to low for this playthrough because when I first started playing last night, I wasn't sure what was healthy to eat and what wasn't. Like this unknown fruit, we have no idea what that does. So I was eating stuff that was making me sick and making me vomit. And when you are vomiting all the time, more unknown fruit. These, I happen to know for a fact, are good to eat just as is. We don't have to cook them or anything, and they give us 6 carbohydrates and 8 hydration. So those are really good fruit, those little mandarin oranges or whatever they are. More larvae. I'd really like to be seeing some yellow flowers right now. More maggots and more bone. Yeah, all right, we'll take the maggots. This is the hallucinogenic berries that we'll need later, but not right now. The Molinaria, the yellow flowers that make the bandages, you can get really good at spotting them. I mean, you just got to keep your eyes open. They are really everywhere. Of course, there is a small element of luck involved in whether you're looking in the correct direction or not as you're moving through an area. But we should. I usually find them a lot easier than we're finding them today. All right, we don't want to go anywhere near that. Yeah, there's bananas, sure. Don't need any. Ah, Molinaria, right there. Ah, gonna have to do some backpack juggling here. We'll get rid of those. Pick these up, immediately craft with them, turn them into bandages. And then use the lily to make more. Yeah, I know there's something else out there. There's nothing around here that's really gonna hurt us. I don't think. Make a lily dressing. And maybe we can also make another tobacco dressing now with this other tobacco leaf. Because they'll stack, so this will actually save us room, inventory-wise. All right. New notebook entry axe. Is this a better axe we can craft now? Regular, yeah, so with 2 stone, a rope, and a stick, we can make a better axe. So as soon as this axe gives up the ghost, we'll be ready to make a better axe. More Molinaria. Just what we wanted to find today. This is great. Excellent. Whoa! Do we want more snake meat? Heck yeah. Snakes are delicious. Hopefully we have room to put this in our backpack. Well, this will go in the food area, so we should have room there still. Yeah. All right, good. I think we should head back to camp. What time is it? Oh, it's not even noon yet. All right, let's keep going to, now that we've got some Molinaria, and we know that we can bandage up any injuries we take, let's head back to the abandoned native camp and check on our meat that's drying there. We've also got this rattlesnake meat that we can hang up there. That's the hallucinogenic berries. We've got lots of energy. I'm going to go ahead and jog a little bit. Now, jogging can be dangerous for a number of reasons. One, you can run right up on a snake or a spider and never hear it. And 2, you can miss stuff. And it also tires you out, you know. Oh, we're back at camp. I took a wrong turn, and now we're back at camp. That's fine. Is our fire still burning? No. All right, fire's out. I think our fire that was as much fire as it could make. We have to build a new one now. But when the fire goes, you can pick up campfire ash and charcoal. Charcoal, I think, can be used to write on stuff, but the ash can be combined with the bandage to make an ash. Oh, that's the charcoal. Campfire ash. To make an ash dressing, which is good for treating burns, I think, maybe? I don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's make a couple more bandages here. I'm feeling well stocked on the bandages now. I was a little worried about that before, but I think we're good now. And there's still a lot of daylight left. I don't think we're going to need this charcoal for a while. We're going to leave it back here at camp. This Banastopper is what we're going to need. I think that's one of the ingredients for that potion brew that we're supposed to make over in that ritual bowl. So I'm going to hang on to that for now, but we can, once we get over to the native camp, we can actually just drop it and leave it there. Since that's where we're going to be needing to make it. And I think that we could actually get on that right now. We could, you know, make that our activity. There's the mouse is unaware of us. She's right there in front of us. He's behind that blade of grass. I feel like we got plenty of meat, and mice don't give you that much meat anyway, so we will let him live his little mouse life. Oh, see, this is how you get into trouble. This is how you run right up on one of those ant farms or something. More Molinaria. but I think we're pretty good on bandages right now, so we're just going to ignore that. Try to remember that it's there in case we need it again. Don't need any meat from you today. You live another day, Capybara. That's twice now I have given you your life. Never got to thank you. Not once. I forget what these are called. Pack something or other. It's in our notebook. We can look it up in the notebook. We need to. Ooh, a coconut. Hey, we are actually. I feel like we're in good shape. We're in pretty good shape here, guys. And you know, usually, right when you say we're in pretty good shape is when everything goes to crap. So we've picked up a leech. Let's de-leech. I should read up on those drying racks. It's possible that you need to build a fire under them for them to work. Let's go check. Nope, they're doing it. They're drying. They're drying all by themselves. Good. And I think dried meat is, you know, will last longer. We've got all this rattlesnake meat we can put on here. That's great. Drink this coconut water. Drink this coconut water. Can eat a banana. And maybe harvest one of these coconuts. The other one we will turn into a bidon. In fact, we can do that right now. We already drank both of them. So let's craft with this. Use a rope to make a second bidon. And immediately fill it down here at the river. And this one's empty. All right, 2 bidons full of dirty water. And I think that we are going to call it an episode here, guys. I'm not going to spend the night here. I am going to go back toward camp. But I think we've gone as far in this direction as we really want to go. We encountered that blocked off passage down that way last time we went out there. We're going to have to find another way through, or a different way to go, to a different way to explore. I think we can set off in another direction tomorrow. Why don't we just... Well, we definitely don't want to go anywhere until all this meat has dried and we can take it with us, or at least eat some of it. Looks like that's going to take quite a while. I'm going to have to go into the notebook and read up on how that drying rack works. We may want to build a fire near it, and the fire may help us help that dry a little bit faster, or maybe not. But I think a really good day overall today. We got a bunch of meat off the rattlesnakes, and we found a bunch of molinaria to make bandages. We also found tobacco and lilies to make, and used some campfire ash to make more advanced dressings for bandages, as bandages. And we've got, you know, days and days worth of... Whoa, that's the anthill. We've got days and days worth of meat curing on that drying rack. Ooh, that's an unknown fruit there. One of these fruits, I don't think it's this one or this one, but one of them is super good for you. This is where we encountered that snake the other night. And if he's still here, that's a spider. That's one of those nasty spiders. I don't see him, but oh yeah, there he is. He's right at our feet. He's right down there in the grass. You're probably not going to be able to see him. There he is. Yeah, you can kill those and eat them, but they're not very good for you, and they are not good for your sanity either. So if that snake was around here, we'd kill him and cook him up, make a little snake soup out of him, and eat him while we wait for that other stuff to dry. Ooh, a bird's nest with an egg in it. Ah, well, bird's nests are good for starting fires, which hasn't been an issue for us so far, because we got that roof up over our heads right away. More of these delicious fruits that are give you carbs and water. More Molinaria here. See, once you learn what it looks like, you're going to find it all over the place. Just stumbling across it, probably, if you're lucky. Alright, sun's going down on another day of survival. Let's just put some food in our bellies and call it a night. We'll eat these. Carbs and hydration. And then check our stats. Don't need any more carbs, don't need any more hydration, need protein and lipids. And we'll get some of that from the dried meat once all that stuff cures over there at the village. All right, so thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the Green Hell gameplay, and there'll be more coming. Stay safe, survivors.